Okay. All right. What we got here is a birth chart. This is a request video. This is a series that I'm gonna be getting into with the natal charts, as well as the numerology charts to help people better understand themselves. You know what I'm saying, on the inside. You know what I'm saying. Everybody got it figured out on the outside, but you know what I'm saying. Just understanding the method of this, and just seeing how things can be divine. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding these planetary energies and how they play a role in our lives, our day-to-day lives. So we're gonna find out the theme of this chart, um, and figure out what's going on. What's the point, of coming here? What was the purpose? All right, so we got Sun in Gemini. Okay, the Sun is in Gemini, and the Moon is in Cancer. So that right there, we can see that the Moon is in the second house, and I mean the Sun is in the second house, and the Moon is in the fourth house. So being a Cancer Moon, that's going to be somebody that can be emotional, somebody that can want to be mothered, or you know um have the feeling to mother others. You know what I'm saying? So it could be in between that, like wanting to be mothered, or attracting people that play that motherly role. So mother's going to be a big theme, and this person's feelings can pretty much fluctuate because that's water. um, Moon, mood, your mother. It's the subconscious energy. This is where the triggers and everything come from. So this person can be triggered to, you know what I'm saying? Just basically, um, you know, want to be mothered, or be close, or have a connection with somebody. This is somebody that could be um, having strong emotions to be in the relationships or partnerships. In the sun sign, the character, as it being the character, the person's character. This person could be very analytical, very witty, could be talkative, things like that. Writing, um, research. These are things, that can make that person, happy, in a sense. Things that's changeable, different ideas, different topics, variety of things, variety of activities. Um, So, um, we got Pisces in the first house. So the rising sign is a Pisces sign, and so that's the ascendant. So that's a water sign. Sun sign is mutable, air, and the Pisces is a water sign, which is the ascendant, which means his whole chart is being filtered through a Pisces. You know what I'm saying? His chart is being filtered through Pisces energy. You know what I'm saying? That's your figure. Pisces, how you look. You look like a Pisces. That's your ascendant sign. So this is going to be a person of a spiritual nature. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can delve into the spiritual realm. Be very spiritual or religious. You know what I'm saying? And just have a knack for wanting peace. Somebody that just craves a deeper understanding or yearning for higher knowledge. This is just basically like a higher octave of Venus. That's what Neptune represents. And the first house even represents attraction, the type of women that you will be attracted to. So Pisces, you know, moon type, water type elements is going to be something that this man is attracted to. Then he has Venus energy, which means he has magnetism. So females would probably say he was attractive, or he can attract beautiful women. He's gonna like women with Venus motherly features, um, women with hips and body like that. So that Venus energy is something that he's gonna be attracted to. So you know what I'm saying? Sensitivity, daydreaming, artistic, sacrificial, like the research, escape from reality, mystical. You know what I'm saying? The Venus, That's gonna represent pretty much love for beauty, charm, a friendly nature. And what I mean, it's even gonna have aspects of the external appearance as well, and talents with music. This person can be um, detached from reality and like to delve, in the spiritual nature. Second house, and first house is Aries, is ruled by Aries. So that's the first, the self. Um, and second house represents material goods and self value, how you value yourself. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about money and things of that nature. So he has Taurus in his second house of material goods and self value. So that basically means he's going to have an attraction for beauty. He's going to want beautiful things. He's going to, want to be surrounded by beautiful things. He's going to want money. You know what I'm saying? He's going to want money to obtain different things, clothing or jewelry. He's going to have an attraction to certain things. Um, and even with that, he has Chiron there as well. So that shows that it's going to have to be a balance between the spirit world and the material world. There's going to have to be a balance. So this person, he has to have certain things around him, beautiful things. That's what makes him feel good, being surrounded by beauty. He's Taurus there, so he can be fixed in relationships on his views towards others. That might make him fixed in his opinions about things, about himself, his values. And he has the sun there, so that means this guy could be lucky as far as financial, material situations, um, with the father, or, somebody that's playing a, you know, f- fatherly type role. Or somebody that's just in a position, to take care of them, somebody that they're around, that they've been around. Or they could just be sudden um, money out of nowhere, sudden blessings, just out of nowhere. Help from the father, things like that. That's what that represents by the sun being there. This person has good self value. He can feel good about himself, unless the sun is in a certain aspect to where it's going against that nature. He can be egotistical. He can feel too proud of himself. Some people might feel like, damn, he feel like he the shit for real. He feel like he just is just, he too into himself. So second house, that's ruled by Taurus. So Taurus is actually comfortable in that house, but Chiron is there, so there's gonna be have it's gonna have to be balanced within the spirit realm and the material. Too far into the material, gonna lose yourself. Too far into the spiritual, you're gonna lose focus on what's really real in reality, like bills and shit and certain things, fines, certain things that need to be paid off. You know what I'm saying? Give or take. Make a motherfucker not give a fuck about it, or give, too much fucks about material shit. Third house is communication. That's about how you communicate. You know what I'm saying? Your style of communication, your style of thinking, your house of siblings, brothers and sisters, short trips, things of that nature. Um, so this person gonna have a very diverse communication style where he's talking about different things, good public relations, able to communicate, in a public arena. Mercury's there, so it's going to be a fluctuation within the moods with the siblings as well, with traveling, things like that. So he could have um, short spurts, of communication with the siblings. You know what I'm saying? Like on and off. It could fluctuate. And when they talk, it could be about different types of things when they talk. You know what I'm saying? They have good communication when they do talk. This person could like to travel. You know what I'm saying? Even mentally. not even just physically, but they can travel mentally a lot, um, just in their mind a lot. Reading, writing, these are things this person could be into. Solving problems, getting into the to the root of situations and problems. Having high intelligence, having that Gemini there. Gemini is comfortable in the house of Gemini. That's a air house. So, um, fourth house. Fourth house has Gemini there. That's the house of family, home, um, mother, um, beginning and ending of life, things of that nature. So Gemini being there means it could be a lot of fluctuations. It could be a lot of up and downs with the house changing, going from location to location. Um, the house could be used for a workplace with this person. That could be their sanctuary to think and research. There could be a lot of changes in situations just in general and distrust with people because that moon is fluctuating there. It's changeable. You know what I'm saying? It could make that person probably, probably seem like they out of it um, half the time because it could be like they're interchanging between their feelings on this, on as far as the home life, family fluctuating situation with the mother, um, and moon is there in fourth house. So that can make family very important. Family is going to be very important to this person, being that moon is there. Mother is going to be an important role. The mother could be more dominant, or the mother could have been more present in your life. That's what that represents than your father. That can represent a tough life. The moods can be fluctuating within the mother. Things could be fluctuating with the mother. you know. So that means his moon and mood has a lot to do with his mother, the upbringing of his mother. It was a fluctuating situation to where she was probably needing to be mothered, or you know what I'm saying. She didn't feel comfortable in the situation. So that's trauma that he has to heal. With that North Node being there as well, he must heal trauma from the parents before he forms his own relationships, because that's across from the house of relationships, marriage, seventh. So the fourth house is the house of Cancer. So he has his moon there and he has Gemini there. So that can be rocky, changeable, very changeable. So so it can be a control thing as well, wanting to take control and not being able to have control. But he's gonna have to find comfortability, you know what I'm saying, with his emotions and feelings. Um, so the fifth house that deals with entertainment, um, lovers, not like marriage, just like people you can just have flings with, sex like that, and it taps into your creativity. So this person has Cancer in the fifth house, so this person can definitely be looking for romance in day-to-day affairs. You know, that means his emotions and feelings can be fluctuating. You know what I'm saying? As far as wanting to be mothering or partnering, feeling the yearning. You know what I'm saying? To bond with someone. Ups and downs, um, seclusion, to maybe enjoy reading, researching things like that. Has to be emotionally connected, um, even with things that's fun. So this is a person that's probably a real homely type person. They probably won't go to the clubs and things like that. Certain people probably wouldn't even think this person is fun like that, a real exciting person, because they're homely. That's their sanctuary. So that's the fifth house, and that deals with Leo energy. And we get into the sixth house, Virgo. House of was Virgo, the ruler of the house, but he has Leo there in sixth house. So dominance in jobs, music, um, their presentation. They give these people good presentation as far as how they present themselves. Um, Attraction to like precious stones or expensive artifacts, things like that, because Leo is associated with gold. So houses, cars, and this is the house of like work, day to day things. So this person can come into like being a salesman with houses, cars, or something like that. Um, Very bright and inventive, So Leo there. That's pretty much that's some good energy to have there. So it's gonna make this person real dominant, in his day to day things. He's gonna want to be for self. He's gonna want to do things where he's not being told what to do. He's gonna find comfortability in his own things, doing what he loves to do for himself. So seventh house, moving on, business partnerships, um, and could be associated with marriage as well. So he has Virgo there, and Virgo that symbolizes love affairs at work, which could lead to a marriage or something like that with somebody at work. Few sexual love affairs. Um, Mars is there, aggressive in relationships and marriage, um, fueled by rivalries. Like, that can probably fuel this person on. Like every now and then, this person probably just need to kick some shit off. Or their partner could be like that, just kick some shit off. Divorce, um, tension with coworkers, being authoritative when it comes to coworkers and partners. Saturn is there, which means they like long relationships. And they could be married to an older person or get married late in age. That's what that Saturn represents. That's the lessons, the elder. So it's going to definitely be some lessons within that seventh house. And you have all these planets in this house. So this is a major theme for you. Pluto even being there. You could be forceful to workers, attracted to dominant partners, dominant business partners. So you can be, you know what I'm saying, in your relationships and at work, you can be attracting that. So it could be a lot of turmoil as far as relationships. That's what they're saying. You're going to be having to go through a lot of situations in life dealing with your relationships. And it's stemming from the home house. So clearing that moon out. So eighth house is the house of Scorpio. And seventh house was Libra house, sorry. It's house of Libra. Business and partnerships, but Virgo is there. And all them other signs. Mars, Saturn, Pluto. So eighth house, Scorpio house. So Scorpio is comfortable there. You know what I'm saying? Erotic, passionate type person. Sexual pleasure is at a high level. This is somebody that can be very sexual. And Uranus is there as well. So there can be sudden changes in life. Psychic ability as well. This person could want to delve into a lot of spiritual things, into the spiritual nature with that being there. So, ninth house. This is the house of spirituality. So the person being in tune with themselves. How in tune are they with themselves, their higher selves? Journeys, things like that. Teachers, things like that. How a person, comes into understanding their higher selves or their spirituality or religion or whatnot. So, ninth house, Sagittarius is there. So Sagittarius, that's the house that the ninth house is. So it's comfortable there as well. So career as a teacher, philosophy, traveling, love, you know what I mean, for foreign places, um, foreign women, things like that. They could attract foreign people. Foreign people could have a liking to them. They could have a liking to foreign places. They could travel a lot, like I said before, like mentally. They could desire to want to travel to foreign places. With that being there like that, he could be comfortable with traveling. Neptune energy. Neptune is in the ninth house, so this can cause intensity into like mysticism. Right, person can be, deep into that because you got Sagittarius with Neptune energy. Neptune is about love. It's a higher octave of Venus, like I said. So it's gonna be about love, peace, oneness, things like that. So that's, what I'm saying. That's pretty. That's a dope. You know what I'm saying? Little hookup right there. Traveling for spiritual purposes. You know, that's that's what's up. 10th house, as far as career legacy, how you will be received, how you will be looked at um, later in life, things like that. So, you know, Sagittarius is in the 10th house as well. So, spiritual strength, most definitely. Success later in life, you know what I mean? And, like education and a research type mindset. So this person is going to want to do research. They're going to be known for doing research. They're going to be known for being spiritual, teaching people things. When they're speaking, it's like they're speaking on things that you can take out, gems that you can take out. They're trying to get people to understand themselves better when they're speaking. You know what I'm saying? People can see how in touch they are with themselves or nature when they speak. And, these can be some optimistic type people with this type of placement. And then again, the disclaimer, I didn't put the degrees up here. All these degrees they mean, different things as well. So you got to know the degrees of the actual signs and the planets. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get into all of that on here, but for the most part, I just put down what I knew, was relevant to the situation, but I didn't put the degrees. So that's how we know, that's how it gets significant with the actual time that you have, because it's the actual degrees of the signs and the planets that form certain manifestations or present certain energies within the chart. So now we're getting on to the 11th house. And this person has Capricorn in the 11th house. So that right there, that's the house of friends and, public things like that, dealing with the public. So he can have friends of a mature nature, you know what I'm saying, with practical, conservative type knowledge, you know what I'm saying, friends with mental strength, occult knowledge, things like that, with Capricorn energy. He will have friends with Capricorn energy, and he can have a restriction on friends. He can have very little friends because that's restrictions or lessons. He can learn a lot through friends. His friends can teach him things. He can teach his friends things. These are the type of friends that are in this 11th house for this person. So, 12th house is Aquarius. So, enemies can become friends. You know what I'm saying? Enemies can be friends from the past. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what that is. His 12th house is like the subconscious. That's what that rules, the subconscious. And this is the house of Pisces, and it's Aquarius there. You know what I'm saying? 11th house is the house of Aquarius, and the Capricorn was there. So 12th house, we have Aquarius here. You know what I'm saying? And this can bring a great degree of solitude to this person. They can be on abandonment mode, loneliness. This person can delve off into themselves because the Aquarius is tapping into the it's mental. So that's mental energy dealing with the subconscious. His mind is going to be into the subconscious. That's where he's going to delve at. So this can make him be a loner to himself. He can have very humanitarian thoughts and big, broad thoughts on a broad nature when he gets alone in solitude and think. And that's what he's comfortable with. So so yeah, in the seventh house as well, Virgo energy. He's going to be attracted. That's another way to find out what type of females that he's gonna like, or he's attracted to. The wife, Virgo, females with Libra energy. I mean Venus energy. No, I'm sorry. Mercury. Virgo is Mercury. So females with Mercury energy, females with Mars energy, females with Saturn energy, Capricorn, or females with Pluto as well. So those are the type of females that what I mean he could be attracted to as far as a wife. You know, so aggressive chick, a chick that works, and an older chick. You know what I mean, like aggressive type chick, like or a chick that liked, him being aggressive. Um, so, and then I have a couple aspects or whatnot um, that I was looking at that could actually definitely play a part. But having a part of fortune in the 12th house as well can make this person very um, like mystical, like very spiritual, like tapped into the subconscious because that's that's a like a very spiritual placement for the part of fortune. That basically makes this person like a channel from to higher worlds. From higher worlds, he's receiving downloads and knowledge. He could sound like he's out of his head, like crazy, because he's receiving information from higher realms, different dimensions. So he's speaking on things from different dimensions on the 3D plane. And as we know, we're on this 3D vibration. A lot of people with this person could go crazy. Like people could look at this person as crazy, like he's out of his mind from the things that he speaks on if he chooses to open up about it. So this makes him a channel, like a medium um, to the dream world. Um, just being able to astral travel, things like that. Like he's very in tune with everything, all aspects of the spiritual realm. And he has a Neptune square ascendant, and that could bring a tendency for alcohol, dream world type state of mind, and Mercury square Neptune. Difficulties concentrating, thoughts could be on overload. You know what I mean? Drug, alcohol. Venus opposition of Saturn. Um, Emotional fluctuations and depression. So this is a person of, he's probably, of feeling loved. This is a person that probably, go through situations or times, periods where he's feeling like if he's being loved, like with that Venus opposing the Saturn. So that shows a lesson there. So for the overview of this, man, what I see is relationships. Relationships is what this life is about. This life is about relationships um, through the family, learning, stability, because your moon sign is water, your sun sign is air, and your rising is water. So this life definitely is going to be about um, stability, gaining stability, because there's really not is no earth there. So stability, that's going to be one of the themes as well. Um, so that's one of the things that probably be a situation as far as gaining stability in life with those elements that's there. Like I said before, we have all the elements within our chart, but um, some are more dominant. Okay, so basically, just wrapping this up, just wanted to put the theme out there as far as what I see: stability and love. Basically, clearing out that fourth house energy with that instability in the fourth house. You know, with the mother and things like that, and the upbringing. The North Node is there, so that's that wanting to be in control. So, wanting to be in control of these fluctuating feelings and emotions. That's changing because Gemini is there as well. So that's that wanting to be in control is turning into aggressiveness in the business partnerships and in the relationship. So the thing is to be conscious of being aggressive um, by out of that need of not having control in our life or feeling secure, our security, because that's home. So that's a lot of changing. That's a lot of changeability in home life and instability in general. You know, and so even and then in the fifth house you got Cancer there. So Cancer energy is in the fifth house, and that associates with children. So the relationship with the children could be fluctuating. It can be an emotional, strung out relationship with the children there because that's moon energy, and then it also can be a strong sense to nurture, mother the kids. This man can be just as nurturing as the mother can be with the energy there, and the mother probably could get jealous because he's so nurturing with the kids and he's like stepping in turn zone. Um, yep. So yeah, fluctuate situation with the children. Um, so yeah, that's basically the theme. Comfortability with teaching. Being spiritual, sharing the spiritual download, spiritual knowledge. Um, one is receiving. Teaching oneness. Just being in tune. With the greater of good, being in connection with your higher self, and connecting others, and making others aware, of the divine world order. That's where your comfortability lies at. Um, things of that nature. So, yep. So, and you know, the mother, the moon, like I said, that's in Cancer. So, mother could she probably was, didn't feel stable when she was having you, you know, um, wasn't feeling secure because the moon is in Cancer. Um, so that's an emotional roller coaster. As far as the relationship with the mother, as far as the father, is Gemini. So father could have good social status. Um, mother could have mother could be real nurturing. Can have a real sensitive, nurturing mother. Father could be like a teacher, having great wisdom. Teaching the child, very analytical. Um, just teaching the child um, different things. Just being a knowledgeable person and wanting to share knowledge with the child. That's what that Gemini um, sun represents. So, and the relationship with father could be changing. The communication could be short. It can go on and off and on. That relationship could be good one moment, then it could be bad one moment. So that's the Gemini sun. So it's just putting it all together. The Gemini sun with the Cancer moon, which is the triggers, the moods, the emotions, which we have to clear those out. The moon is where we were, where we came from. The sun is where we're going. So you have to express the sun sign. The character. The sun sign is the character, um, and the reason. the purpose, our purpose for coming back is the ascendant sign, the rising sign, you know. So spiritual, you came to be a spiritual um, medium with that Pisces energy being there because it's a higher octave of Venus, oneness, you know, universal connection. You know, that's what that's about. So um, that's pretty much the theme of this chart. Um, you know, this is the first one of the series. You know, leave some comments, any questions, hit the email up, and I'm out.